Hello, I'm an old guy and I do maths. And today we're looking at how we find the equation of a cosine graph that looks like this. Now, there's a feature of this graph that's relatively easy to sort out an equation for, and that is the amplitude. So this really looks like a very standard cosine graph, but the amplitude has been increased from 1 to 3. So that's pretty simple. And I'm just going to make a quick note of that up here. So this is y equals 3 cos something. And that something is what we're going after now. So the complicating factor in this is that we have integers along here 0, 5, 10. So this runs from 0 to 10. That's the domain. The domain is not set out in radians. And so the question is, how do we find find a value which will give us these numbers and not radians? Now, it's relatively straightforward once you make a small intellectual leap. So let's just consider the formula for the period of a cosine. So this thing here is going to be something or other nx. What we're looking for is n. And I'll just do a quick bit of algebra here. Now, we know that the period of this thing is 10, whatever that 10 consists of. It could be hours, it could be any sort of unit. The one thing it is not radians. And so what we have to do is we have to solve for n in such a way that we get 10. So let's just consider how we do that. That's the leap that we have to make. Okay, so 2 pi equals 10n. Fairly straightforward algebra. This is my point. This doesn't have to be as terrifying as it looks. 2 pi on 10 is equal to n. It really can't get simpler than that. So n is going to equal pi on 5. Now, you may not have seen a value of n written as a fraction of a radian or a fraction of pi before. So just let me show you how that pans out, and we will be able to insert this value in here, and that will give us the equation of this graph. Okay, so the period of our graph is 2 pi on n, so we're going to insert this n here. And what we have is we have this number divided by a fraction. So that is 2 pi on 1 divided by pi on 5. Now, we're back to early high school or late primary school, the division of fractions. So that is 2 pi on 1 times 5 on pi. I think you can see what's going to happen here. We can cancel those two and we get 10, which is our period for this graph. That's all the maths that's involved, but it does take that leap. And the the sort of questions that involve things like this usually don't involve you having to necessarily having to find the equation of one of these graphs. It actually they usually have you modeling a function with something like that in it. So, for instance, the common one is tides. I've seen functions that model sound waves and that sort of thing. Anyway, this is the basis of it, and that is how you find the equation of this graph, which, just for the sake of completeness, I will write in here. It is 3 cos pi on 5x. That's our equation. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.